What are the benefits of putting a house inside of a revocable trust? The two main ones are going to be that you avoid probate and you have control over the management and distribution over that house when you pass away. And so for the probate process, there's two main problems that you have if your property has to go through the probate process. One, if your family has to hire a probate attorney, it can cost $5,000 to $15,000 for that help from the attorney. And then the timeline for probate is going to be 1 to 2 years, depending on the complexity of your estate and where you live, the experience of the attorney, and how backed up the court system is. And then if your family is arguing over the distribution of those assets and who's controlling the management of those in the estate. And so you save $5,000 to $15,000 in 1 to 2 years by not going through the probate process. And then in terms of management and distribution of that property, if you don't have a revocable trust, you're going to do a lump sum distribution out to your kids. And if your kids co-own the property together, they all have to agree on what they want to do with that property. Do they want to sell it, rent it out, live in it, whatever it's going to be, they all have to agree on that. And it's very unlikely that they are going to agree fully on what to do with that property in a reasonable amount of time, so they're not creating family drama. And so what you can do with a revocable trust is outline the rules inside of that trust document on how that property is going to get managed. So you can rent that property out and let them have cash flow from that rental property. You can fix that property up and sell it and distribute that money back out to them. You can keep the property inside the trust and let one of them live in it. You have full control over what you want to do with that property in terms of benefiting your kids. Now, in terms of the distribution of that property, you again have full control over that. If you don't have the revocable trust, it's going to be a lump sum distribution out to them and they will all co-own it together. With the revocable trust, you could do age-based distributions when they turn 20, 25, 30, etc. You could do event-based distributions when they graduate college, get married, buy their first home, go into retirement. Or you could just sell that property and distribute the money out to the kids instead of trying to distribute that property out to them and having them all co-own it and create conflict between them.